Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros, to the Spanish Language Lab. In this video, we're going to read a short story narrated from the perspective of a soldier in Napoleon's Grand Army during the famous Battle of Austerlitz. We're going to read this short story, then we're going to circle back to understand why the three use cases of the subjunctive mood were used. La mañana del 2 de diciembre de 1805 amaneció fría y cubierta de neblina. Yo era un simple soldado del ejército francés y aún recuerdo cómo el emperador nos habló con una calma extraña. Nos dijo que aquel día decidiría el destino de Europa. Avanzamos por las colinas cerca de Austerlitz, mientras los rusos y austriacos creían que nos tenían rodeados. El sol rompió la neblina y en ese instante comprendimos que la batalla sería nuestra. La estrategia de Napoleón era tan clara que hasta los veteranos quedaron sorprendidos. En medio del combate vi cómo la línea enemiga empezaba a flaquear y pensé, es imposible que haya un plan mejor que este. Después un oficial gritó que debíamos resistir en el centro hasta que la caballería llegara y recé para que el suerte esté de nuestro lado. Cuando finalmente los aliados comenzaron a huir, me quedé mirando los campos cubiertos de humo y cuerpos. Jamás olvidaré la sensación de que Napoleón había logrado lo imposible, derrotar a dos imperios en un solo día. Al caer la tarde, mientras celebrábamos, un camarada me susurró que su familia rogaba que él regrese sano y salvo. Ese deseo, mezclado con nuestra victoria, me hizo comprender que habíamos sido parte de algo que cambiaría la historia para siempre. All right, so that's the short story of a soldier at Austerlitz. We come down to the second paragraph down here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the sentence that uses the subjunctive verb. So this is the quote from the soldier, and it reads, Es imposible que haya un plan mejor que este. Now, the way I like to understand the use cases of the subjunctive is first I look at the syntactical structure, then I look at the overall context. So first we see the phrase es imposible, a negation. It's impossible. It's plus the trigger word que plus a second subject, which is, or in this case, I suppose there's one subject, the plan, the battle plan, and then we have a verb here conjugating this present tense subjunctive, haya. So that's the syntactic structure that does imply the use of the subjunctive, but it's not a sufficient condition. So now when you look at the context, here an expression of disbelief, of negation is being expressed. It's impossible. It's impossible that there could be a better plan. Counterfactually, hypothetically, it's not possible that a better plan could even exist. And it's that context, it's that tonality that tells us that the subjunctive verb conjugation for haber must necessarily be used in this sentence. Done. Moving on to the next one. We have a longer sentence here, and it reads, Después un oficial gritó que debíamos resistir en el centro hasta que la caballería llegara, y recé para que la suerte esté de nuestro lado. I think we should focus on this last part. Recé plus the trigger phrase para que plus the second subject our collective side, nuestro lado, and then the verb is estar, conjugated in the present tense, third person, subjunctive, este. So, the two things are happening here. The first one is the word recé. I pray. I prayed, past tense. A pray is a hope, it's a wish, it's a desire. That is subjunctive context right there. That's subjunctive fuel for the flame. And to really seal the nail into the coffin here, so to speak, you have the trigger phrase para qué. Para qué always implies the use of the subjunctive. Para qué describes purpose. It prescribes condition. I hoped so that luck would be on our side. Why are you going to the cafe? Voy al café para que comprarme un café. It's purpose. It describes purpose. And that is all we need to know why the subjunctive was used in this sentence. On to the next. Our third and last subjunctive is in the first sentence of the last paragraph. And it reads like this. Al caer la tarde, as the afternoon fell, came to a close. Mientras celebrábamos, un camarada me susurró que su familia rogaba que él regrese sano y salvo. All right, so first, the syntactic structure. This might not be a little clear cut because we see the trigger word twice, which is que. I'm going to claim that the first phrase is this one. Un camarada, a comrade, a brother in arms. Un camarada me susurró que su familia rogaba. Plus the trigger word que, plus the second subject, el regrese, sano y salvo. So the first subject is the comrade's family, plus the trigger word, plus the second subject would be him, returning safe and sound, safe and healthy. So that's a syntactical structure, and that does imply the use of subjunctive. Contextually, we see that the first subject, the comrade's family, rogaba, past tense, they prayed, they hoped, they desired that he returned. This sort of emotionality invokes the use of the subjunctive, and that's it. That's all we need. That's all the information we need to justify the use of the subjunctive here, or to explain it away. And yeah, that's it.